Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever dreamed of living that cozy camper life, but couldn't quite give up your love for classic bugs and questionable horsepower? Well, allow me to introduce you to the 1968 Volkswagen Beetle Super Bugger, the only camper in the world that might get out-accelerated by a grocery cart, but still gets more attention than a politician in a speed trap. Now let's talk Super Bugger. Because honestly, if that name doesn't make you smile, you're dead inside. I believe this little green mutant started life as a humble 1968 VW Beetle before someone decided it needed a dinette, a kitchenette, and a roof rack, because obviously that's what the bug was missing. And what I liked the most? It's built like someone lost a bet at a campsite and then doubled down with a wrench. On the outside, it's part Beetle, part aluminum camper shell, and entirely ridiculous in the best way. Dual residential-style doors, RV mirrors, and a rear ladder that's more for comedic effect than function. There's even a propane tank and shore power hookup stuffed into side compartments, just in case you need to toast a bagel at a scenic overlook. Riding on 14-inch and 15-inch turbine-style wheels wrapped in 185/70 Autopars up front and chunky 295/50 Cooper Cobras out back, the stance screams tiny house, big dreams. The adjustable front axle beam and reindexed rear torsions give it a surprisingly low ride height, perfect for scaring cats and confusing traffic cops. Inside the cockpit, we're talking twin swiveling captain's chairs in white cloth with black buttons, a fan, because of course, and yes, a tube television mounted in the overhead alcove. Timmy thought it was a microwave and almost nuked a burrito in it. The camper area boasts a dinette that converts into a bed, privacy blinds, cabinets, ceiling vent, and a Trav'ler 2-burner propane stove beside a stainless steel sink with a hand pump. A Jensen exhaust hood with a built-in light watches over this culinary chaos. The mattress is hidden in a wardrobe closet, which sounds like a magic trick. And somehow it all works. Under the rear hatch sits a 1.6-liter air-cooled flat-4 engine with dual-port heads, Weber progressive-style carb, Edelbrock ignition coil, electronic ignition, and an oil pressure gauge. It won't win drag races, but I think it'll get you there eventually, especially with the 4-speed manual transaxle putting the manual in manually prayed for power. The battery's been moved to the engine bay, there's a cutoff switch, and yes, it recently had an oil change, so it's practically race-ready. If the race is across a campground, stopping, that's courtesy of good old 4-wheel drum brakes. Not great, not terrible. Kinda like my neighbor Carl's cooking. This bugger is now rocking a clean Texas title, previously hung out in Canada, where it probably learned how to survive in the cold and can be yours if you're into attention, retro charm, and low-key madness. It's part museum piece, part rolling punchline, and 100% conversation starter. And if you're brave enough to take this thing on the road, remember, there's a link under the video. Carl tried to steal it, but he got stuck in the roof rack. Again.